On a quiet spring morning, March 14, 1879, a baby was born in the small German city of Ulm. His parents named him Albert Einstein. No one imagined that this quiet, curious child would one day change how humanity understood the entire universe. Young Albert was different. He spoke slowly, preferred to observe rather than talk, and spent hours wondering about strange things. At the age of 5, his father showed him a compass. The little boy was amazed. Why does the needle always point north?
What invisible force makes it move?
That simple moment lit a spark that would burn throughout his life. In school, Einstein didn't always fit in. Teachers thought he was lazy because he questioned everything instead of memorizing. But when it came to math and science, his mind raced ahead. He loved to dream and imagine. He once wondered what it would feel like to ride alongside a beam of light. At 16, Albert moved to Switzerland to study. He enrolled at the Swiss Federal Polytechnic in Zurich. Life wasn't always easy. After graduation, he struggled to find a teaching job. Instead, he worked in the patent office in Bern, reading and reviewing inventions all day. But this job gave him something precious: time to think. And think he did. In 1905, when he was just 26, Einstein published 4 papers that shook the world. He explained how light travels in little packets of energy, why tiny particles in water move randomly, how time and space are not fixed but relative, and how mass and energy are the same thing. His equation, E=mc2, would become the most famous in history. That year became known as his miracle year. Fame soon followed. By 1915, Einstein presented his most beautiful idea, the general theory of relativity. He showed that gravity wasn't an invisible pull, but the bending of space and time itself. Imagine a heavy ball on a trampoline. It curves the fabric, and smaller balls roll toward it. That's how planets orbit stars. In 1919, during a solar eclipse, scientists proved his theory correct. Headlines around the world shouted, "Einstein overturns Newton." Overnight, he became a global celebrity, a scientist as famous as any movie star. Yet Einstein was more than a genius. He was a dreamer, a violin player, a man who valued peace. But history was cruel. As a Jew in Germany, he watched with fear as the Nazis rose to power. In 1933, he escaped to the United States and settled in Princeton, New Jersey, where he would spend the rest of his life. Though a lifelong pacifist, Einstein felt deep worry when he learned the Nazis might build powerful bombs. In 1939, he signed a letter to President Roosevelt, urging America to act. This letter helped start the Manhattan Project, though Einstein himself refused to work on weapons. After the war, he regretted even his small role and spoke out strongly against nuclear arms. In his later years, Einstein searched endlessly for a unified field theory, a single explanation for all the forces of nature. He never found it, but his work laid the foundation for black hole studies, quantum mechanics, and even the GPS satellites we use today. On April 18, 1955, Albert Einstein passed away in Princeton at the age of 76. Even in death, his mind remained a symbol of curiosity and wonder. His name became another word for genius. The legacy of Einstein is not only his theories but also his spirit. He showed us that imagination is as important as knowledge, that asking questions is more valuable than memorizing answers, and that one curious child with a compass could change the destiny of science forever.